And go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Allow your palms to open up on your thighs. Bring your thumbs and your index fingers together. Take a long, full, deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Exhale out all your air. Let go, let go, let go. And settling into the space here today, can you take 5 more deep breaths? And when you're ready, we'll move directly into butterfly pose. Taking the soles of our feet together. Push your heels far enough away from your pelvis that you're creating a diamond shape between your legs. And with your hands gripping onto your ankles softly, just begin to roll your body from left to right, left to right. And without trying to do anything the right way today, can you begin to explore sensation as though you were a little kid, really curious? What does it feel like to be here? And eventually you'll land in a deep forward fold. And when you get there, take a full breath in through your nose and then open your mouth wide and exhale. Our mantra for today's practice, a practice devoted to opening up the stomach and the spleen meridian lines, is as I breathe in peace. And as I breathe out worry. Repeat this either aloud or silently for the duration of time here in butterfly pose. As I breathe in peace. And as I breathe out worry. And quite rapidly you'll start to uncover what kind of worry or anxiety might be lingering deep inside your fascial networks. What kind of emotions are being stored that's causing that monkey mind to keep you up at night or stressed all day. Today's practice is wholeheartedly devoted to letting go of worry. So go ahead and take a moment to consider, what is it that you are continually worried about? Are you worried that you're not good enough, that you're not smart enough, that you don't have enough? Are you worried that things won't work out? You won't find the perfect spouse. You won't have children at the right time. Are you worried that you won't get that promotion you've been working so hard for? Are you worried that you won't get to go on vacation this year? Are you worried that your health is deteriorating? Are you worried that your job is burning you out? That your marriage is faltering? Are you worried that you might not have enough money to feed your family this month? Whatever it is that is deeply, deeply penetrating you with this sense of worry, today's practice is devoted to letting that out. Take a deep breath in. As I breathe in peace. Take a deep breath out. As I breathe out worry. And then weave your body all the way back up, just as you did on route down. Feeling this freedom, this liberation. Arriving upright with a sense of faith, a sense of trust that everything always works out. Draw your knees together, begin to rock them from left to right. And gently, cautiously find your way down onto your stomach, preparing to come into seal pose. We'll begin in Sphinx variation, which is a more subtle stretch through the sacral lumbar arch of our spine. Bring your legs together like you have one big long leg. If this is causing super pain in your lower back, take a bolster or pillow and place it right beneath your belly. With your elbows bent, your shoulders stacked directly above your elbows, and your hands can be either interlaced or pressing down into the floor. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest, open your heart, and then exhale, soften. Let the weight of your body sink and gaze down. With your gaze set between your forearms, soften your bum. Relax your heart. And begin to access that breath work in through your nose and out through your nose that helps take you through any stages of discomfort in our practice. In today's sequence, we start to bring harmony into our stomach and spleen meridian. And a harmonious meridian line here is symbolized by strength in our muscles, by strong, proper digestion, good hydration, and the ability to excrete, both physically and emotionally, the things that we put in our body. So in these poses, not only do we consider the things our thinking mind worries about, but let's also consider the types of food, the types of drink that we put into our bodies. So take a moment here in this pose. What do you eat for breakfast every day? And how do you feel? Do you need to drink coffee and tea every morning? Do you snack between breakfast and lunch? Do you eat for lunch every day? Do you rush through your lunch? Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Stay here or go a little deeper. Now coming up into seal by setting your feet mat distance apart, taking your palms mat distance apart, hands facing 45 degrees, lifting your chest, lengthening through your upper thoracic spine, reaching up and out through the crown of your head. If this is too intense, rest on your belly or take the first variation. What happens to your consumption patterns between lunch and dinner time? Do you have another cup of coffee to fuel you? Chocolate or sugar? And do you eat dinner with friends and family? Do you prepare your own food? Do you know how to cook? A great yogic philosophy is that we prepare our food with love and we share it with everyone that we love. When was the last time you cooked a feast for somebody you loved? Could you make a commitment today to cooking a feast for someone you love, maybe even a stranger? Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale your way all the way down onto your belly. And as you lie here on your belly, feel the sensation of your tummy just bobbing above your mat. When we have disharmony here, we often suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, plethora of allergies, gluten intolerances, dairy intolerances. We feel bloated, uneasy. We carry excess water weight around. Abdominal pain, diarrhea, paleness in our skin. These are all signs of an imbalance, a disharmony in our stomach meridian. We're going to keep peeling away at these layers, exploring our relationship with food and worry as we move now into Anahatasana, melting heart pose. breaths. Roll through a few cat-cows on all fours. Inhale, draw your belly towards the floor, lift your chest. Exhale, round through your upper back. Take your gaze in towards your navel. Inhale, roll your shoulders up and back. Send your tailbone and your gaze high. Exhale, round, puffing up your upper thoracic spine. Gaze to your belly button. Inhale, lift, lengthen through your heart center. Exhale, rounding into that space of depth. Find your way to a neutral spine. Support your knees with a pillow or a blanket if they're feeling tender. Good, and bring your knees together. Send your hips, your bum high up in the sky, and then with a long spine, start to walk your hands all the way down to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Feel that breath penetrate the deep lateral lines of your body. So your side stitches, if you were a doll, start to expand. They start to open up. Feel the lengthening under your armpits, all the way out through your pinky finger. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth wide, and if your face isn't touching the floor, stick out your tongue and exhale. And now start to consider what happens after dinner. Do you have lots of little snacks? And often this after dinner snacking leads to all sorts of strange dreams or insomnia. Come up onto all fours. Take your right hand, slide your right hand under your left arm. Extend your left arm out overhead. Push the floor away with your left arm. Now if your right ear can't touch the floor here, place a pillow or a block underneath your right ear. In this shape, we're stimulating some of the tissues around our serratus anterior up into our shoulder joints, into our neck. You could take your extended arm out overhead and place it towards your sacrum. Or if you have the flexibility, wrap it around your right thigh, starting to draw your chest up in space. Just exploring. Take a deep breath. Exhale. As I breathe in peace. And as I breathe out worry. Slowly take your left hand, extend it up overhead. Use that palm to support you as you unwind, peeling your right arm out from beneath you. Stretch your right arm all the way up towards the heavens. Gaze towards your right fingertips, and then come back down to neutral, shifting, shaking, doing whatever movements you need. From all fours, you'll take your left arm, slide it under your right arm. Press your right arm out overhead, palm pushing the earth away. Feel that expansion through the deep right side of your body and that stretch through your left shoulder. Again, resting your left ear on a blanket if need be. Now begin to consider, how do you sleep at night? Do you wake up periodically throughout the night? Do you have one long-lasting story of a dream? Do you dream at all? Do you remember your dreams? Do you have recurring dreams? Or plenty of short little snippets of dreams? How do you sleep at night? And when your alarm goes off in the morning, if your alarm goes off, how do you feel? Do you press snooze over and over and over again? Or do you wake up full of life and full of energy? How do you wake up every single morning? Is there any pattern, sense of grogginess, of exhaustion, of gripping, a yearning for a cup of coffee every day? Go ahead and release that left arm, bringing it out from underneath you. Stretch it all the way up overhead. And then place your left hand down on the floor beside your right hand. And come all the way onto your stomach. Take a moment to rest here. Close your eyes. And reflect on how you wake up every single day. And how would you like to wake up every single day? You could imagine an ideal morning routine. What would it look like? What would it take to create that? What changes need to happen? Gently push yourself all the way back upright, preparing now to come into saddle pose. Using 1, 2, maybe 0 bolsters or pillows to support your spine. We've done this before. Remember, you can stay seated upright. But today we'll do saddle pose with our heels outside of our bum. If your bum can't quite reach the floor, take a pillow right underneath your bum for support. If you're feeling tension on your ankles, roll up a blanket and place them under your ankles. And if there's tenderness on your knees, please come back upright, extend your legs out in front, and slowly lower down onto the bolsters. And today, so long as this feels safe in your shoulders and your arms, you could try to extend your arms up overhead. Alternatively, let them relax alongside your body. Choosing a variation today that gives you a little bit of depth, a little bit of unease, but never coming into a place of sharpness or pain, pins and needles, anything of that sort. When you settle, when you find the space that's right for you, close your eyes, take one of those full breaths that encapsulates your entire body, and exhale the invitation of softness. Breakfast. Breakfast is our time to break our fast. How do you break your fast, your 8-hour fast every day? What kind of fuel do you put into your body? And if you had a young child that you were nurturing, would you put this into their body every morning? In this sequence, we start to reconsider our relationship with the food and the drink that we consume. Without judging ourselves or condemning ourselves for the choices we make, our yoga practice is simply about becoming aware. Becoming aware of the stimulation that we bring into our bodies and our minds with the foods that we eat, with the type of sleep that we take. And acknowledging that there might be a very distinct relationship between the things that we physically put in our body and the worry and the stress and the anxiety that we hold on to. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide, exhale, let everything go. Melting into this shape for a few more moments here. With your mantra, as I breathe in peace, and as I breathe out worry. Go ahead and take a final breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now move so slowly, so mindfully as you push your hands into the floor, tuck your chin, and come all the way back up. Maneuvering your body onto all fours, make whatever movements, extensions of the legs you need before settling back into child's pose. With your knees wide and your big toes touching, your arms outstretched overhead. Let your heart drape towards the floor. And in child's pose, we start to resolve any issues, any insecurities related to indecision, anxiety, any disharmonies projected from our stomach meridian line related to anorexia or obesity, pain in our abdominal center, inability to enjoy a deep, restful sleep. And we trust that through conscious awareness, we can change, we can transform. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way over towards the left, pushing the floor away with your right hand, feeling an extension through the deep right lateral line of your body, breathing into your right hip. Follow the breath as it moves up from your hip to your armpit, to the very edge of your right pinky finger. And then slowly wander your hands back to center, walking them over towards the opposite side. Push the floor away with your left hand. Take a deep breath from your left hip to your left armpit, to your left pinky finger. And gently draw your palms all the way back to center. Take child's pose. Come back up to seated. Roll all the way down to your back. Open your arms wide. Gazing over your left middle finger, let your knees flop over to the right, coming into a reclining twist. Only for a very brief period now, draw your legs over to the other side, gaze over your right middle fingers. And take a deep breath in. We'll spend a few extra minutes on this side today. Pinning down through the left line of our body. The left side is symbolic of our yin side, or feminine energy, directly associated with the moon. Can you feel the penetration of the left side of your body connecting down into the earth? Noticing what it feels like to be in your yin. To be absolved of all duties and responsibilities and instead have the opportunity to just rest and do nothing. What does this place feel like for you? Is your mind scurrying, reaching for something to do, or is it allowing you to just be here? Notice if you're starting to feel frantic or worried about staying on one side longer than the other side. Where do you feel that anxiety, that stress, that worry in your body? Can you smile at it? Oh, that's what worry feels like for me. That's where it lives. That's what happens when things are out of my control, when things don't go as I've planned. And then take a really big deep breath in. And as I breathe in peace. Open your mouth wide. As I breathe out worry. Now draw your knees together back at center. Hug them, squeeze them in towards your chest. Even lift your head up off the floor, bring it towards your knees for a moment. Curling into a tight, tight little ball. And then go ahead and prepare for final Shavasana. And today you have a few options. You could take Shavasana on your belly. You could take Shavasana on your back. You could place a bolster beneath your knees for final Shavasana. And if you're lying on your back, can you place your hands on your belly, framing your belly button with your palms? Breathe directly into your belly button. Every exhalation is an even greater departure of worry and stress. Every inhalation, a lightness envelopes your entire body. And here in Shavasana, you come into a place of absolute stillness and of absolute rest. Staying here for as long as your heart